Welcome to lesson number 2 in Capture and Convert. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to create an irresistible lead magnet. Now, here's where we are in the process. We want to focus on creating the lead magnet first because that's going to inform everything that happens before and everything that happens later. Now, there's two things that are really important to know about a great lead magnet. The first thing is it has to capture attention and interest to get people to opt in. And the second is it has to connect to your primary product or service offerings to eventually convert them. A really good one is going to do both. Now, there's 4 types of lead magnets that are commonly used in businesses. The first are educational. Now, this makes sense. This is where you're sharing something that's helping elevate the understanding or learning of your ideal client. This is helping them learn more about your respective field. Useful lead magnets work a little bit differently. Here, these typically are things that are saving a person time or energy or even money because you're giving them a tool that they can immediately put into play that helps them right now. Community building lead magnets are a little bit different. This is where we see things like Facebook groups or challenges or things that are really designed to bring people together very quickly. And then in some cases, there are entertaining lead magnets, but I will say these tend to not be a good fit for most businesses. Now, there are boatloads of formats for lead magnets, and you're going to see in the workbook, there are, 50 plus different options that I've shared with you. The key is you're going to pick the format that makes the most sense for you to convey the material and also the format that makes the most sense for your ideal customer or client. So it could be anything from a checklist to a webinar to a script to a resource list to a calendar to a challenge. You see, there's a wide array of options here. So just know there's many ways of building a really robust lead magnet. It's just finding what makes the most sense for what you intend to share. Now, I want to show you some examples just so you can see how these are done in a variety of different businesses. And just know, it doesn't matter whether you're selling a product, a service, an experience, a software, an app, a hard good, it doesn't matter. You can use a lead magnet, and I just want to show you several different options. So in this case, you're signing up for a webinar. And if you do, Neil Patel is going to teach you how to grow your business. Cool. Here's one that's a calculator. In this case, you're going to enter some numbers, and by the time you hit calculate significance, it's going to ask you for your email to send you the results. Quizzes are often used, and these can be a lot of fun. You've probably done them yourself. In this case, what type of traveler are you actually? What industry do you think this is for? Definitely the travel industry. They want to send you some recommendations that are going to be a good fit for you. Audio downloads are really great options as well. In this case, you get a free workout that's supposedly going to shrink your thighs and expand your mind. So, as you see, all kinds of things. This one's a cheat sheet, so you can learn how to write blog posts that will go viral using this cheat sheet. In some cases, you may get a free membership by opting in. In some cases, you may get access to a masterclass. This could also be a webinar, a workshop, a training. We use all kinds of different words for this type of thing. It could be opting into a challenge where you're going to get content served over the course of the challenge. In this case, it's a 30-day challenge, so you'd be getting content for 30 days. It could also be a digital download, something real short and easy. This is just getting a free font. It could be a guide like this with some worksheets. It could be a list like this that you download and print and you use. It could be a template that you get that you can use immediately as a swipe file. There are so many different options. So just know, no matter what business you're in, you can build one that works for you. But here's the thing. Let's examine the word lead magnet. What do magnets do? They attract. They draw things in. They entice. That's what we want to do when we create a lead magnet. It's got to have a little bit of flair. It's got to be sexy to your audience because we want them to be drawn towards it and be like, man, I got to have that. I got to have that right now. So here's some tips for a good lead magnet. So first thing, it's got to focus on your ideal client. I mean, you're not creating this for some random person. So get honed in narrowly on who you're speaking to and how you're going to serve them. It also needs to link to what you ultimately want to sell, because remember, as we move through this marketing funnel, we have a focus. We're really shooting towards a specific product or service. It also needs to solve a real problem, not some made up stuff, not something that doesn't matter, because that's how we make sure we connect to that ideal client. It needs to promise a quick win too. So here, the key is we don't want something that takes forever for them to really get value out of. We want them to get value immediately. And it helps to be super specific because, as you know, in marketing copy, if we speak to everyone, we speak to no one. So use language that's going to speak to the specificity of what you're offering. A quick to digest thing also speaks to the quick win. We want this to be something that they can easily get their hands on, dig into, and get to the point of having the joy of the value. High value, of course, is key. This is not the time to just pull out some crusty old document you wrote back in the day and be like, yeah, it'll work. We need to be providing something of value because this is the first impression you're going to make to this potential new audience. And of course, part of the lead magnet, especially as we're building out the funnel, is that it's instantly accessible. And that's key. The automation has to work. And it should demonstrate your expertise or unique selling proposition, because this is what's allowing you to build the credibility and authority in your business and in your industry. So it's time to take action. You're going to go learn how to create your own lead magnet. And where that starts is coming up with the right idea. So the first step is going to your current customers and clients. Yes, go to the source. Your current customers are going to be able to provide awesome insight. And what that means is you want to ask some questions to them. And one of the key ones are, what are the biggest challenges or problems they're facing right now? Ask them that, because what they point you to is going to help you think about an idea that you can help them with and serve them with right now. And another way to think about it is, what are the questions you get asked all the time? You know, when you think about customers or clients you've worked with, I know in my case, there's some commonalities. I get a lot of similar questions over time, and I can tell you what tends to be valuable to my audience because I listen. So use this as a starting point for some good ideas for your lead magnets. Now, part two, I'm actually going to ask you to go examine your competition. And this is just for idea generation, not for copycatting. So I want you to start by writing down the names of 10 competitors or businesses you admire in your industry. And to be clear, aim high. I want you to think about businesses you aspire to be like, not the person who's next door that's doing things the exact same as you. It's about elevating your business and about generating growth in your business. So work a little further down the line. Let's aim high. Let's level up. Now, once you have that list, you're going to go visit their websites and social media to see what lead magnets they're offering. Some of them are not going to be using them at all, which is a good competitive advantage for you. But for those that are, take notes about what they're offering. What's the freebie? What's the format it comes in? And what's the language that they're using? And again, the point of this process is just to do some research to understand what's happening in the landscape, not to copy it exclusively. Now, you're going to also take a social media scroll. And this is specifically around you opening your eyes up to where these ads are showing up already. So what I'm going to ask you to do is log in to your personal Facebook and Instagram accounts. And I want you to scroll through the feed and pay special attention to any ads that are offering freebies. I promise you they're going to be there because you are some business's ideal target. You're in their target audience. So note what ads are being served to you. What's the industry? What's the giveaway? And note what you like about it. And honestly, if they speak to you, sign up for them. And the reason why is because I find it helpful to study how other businesses are using lead magnets and how the whole series will come together and at what point they start to pitch and sell. So to me, that's a really productive part of research. So try that. And then the last step. Now it's time to brainstorm these ideas for your own lead magnet. Now, think about what's a freebie that you could offer right now that would entice and help your ideal client right now. Brainstorm at least 10 different ideas, and then you're going to take each idea and populate it into the lead magnet evaluator. You're then going to be asked to rank each idea through a variety of different metrics on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being low, 10 being high. That's going to calculate a number, and you're going to rank all of those lead magnet ideas and then pick the top ones. And all of this is in the workbook, so fear not. I've got all of that there to guide you through. So you're going to select one lead magnet idea that you're going to use to build your first funnel through this course. Now, keep the other ideas there because you can come back to them later. They're probably great ideas, but you need one, because that's going to help you build this specific funnel and help us really make this happen for your business in this course. All right, that's it for this lesson. So I encourage you to jump into the workbook, get going on it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson.